In last video, we have studied and we have watched a video in which wires having current passing through them in opposite direction repel each other, like in this figure. So in first wire the current is flowing in upward, and in second wire current is flowing downward. So due to the force are in different direction, this wire repel each other, and when current flow in the same direction, the direction of forces are toward each other, so therefore they attract each other. And from that we comes to the point Lorentz force. The force exerted on a charged particle Q moving with the velocity v through an electric field and magnetic field. So this is the direction of magnetic field of second wire, and the force exerted by second wire on first wire. And this is another same picture. Now we will study magnetic force on a wire carrying a current. In previous topic we have studied Lorentz force, which we got F is equal to Q vector E plus Q vector V cross vector B, that is Q vector E plus vector B cross vector. So here from this is force experienced due to electric field plus this is force experienced due to magnetic field. So here we can write Fe for force experienced due to electric field plus Fm due to magnetic field. This is nothing but Lorentz equation. By using this equation we can obtain force on a current carrying wire. So suppose we will consider first a straight wire. A straight wire. So here we have to consider a wire of length L, and external magnetic field that can be obtained by using this magnet N, and here you will find the S pole. So due to this there will be the magnetic field. So we have considered a wire of length L in external magnetic field, and through this wire suppose current I is flowing under applied potential difference. So this is wire. Suppose this length we are going to consider L, of length L. Now current is flowing from this to this when we will create potential difference. So from this to this current will going to flow. Therefore the direction of electron will be in this direction. Electron will travel in this direction. So we have considered external magnetic field in a such a way that they are coming out of this. Means behind this wire here we have N magnet and here we have S pole magnet. Means either you can consider horseshoe magnet or different two bar magnets. So they can create the magnetic field. So here we have N pole and here we have S pole, and due to this they are coming out of this paper. So these fingers, my top of this finger are coming out of this paper. So when we want to show that magnetic field is coming out, we will show it like this. So this will tells you external magnetic field coming out of the paper. So when current is flowing, the electron are moving from this point to this point with the drift velocity. Drift velocity is average velocity attained by charged particle such as electron in material due to electric field. So the drift velocity of that electron will be Vd and it is in this direction. This will be the direction of force, that magnetic force Fm, like this. So the electron in the wire having drift velocity Vd experiences the magnetic force Fm upward direction. Okay, how it is experiencing in upward direction as applied magnetic fields are coming out of the plane paper. So therefore the magnetic field, due to this magnetic field, magnetic force will be given by Fm. How it will be given by Fm on this charged electron. So this is equal to Fm is equal to Q V cross B. So here V is drift velocity cross vector B, and drift velocity is just a simple our thing. Velocity is nothing but what? Displacement upon time. So displacement will be done from this point to this, means up to the length L, up to the length L. So here displacement will be L and time will be suppose T. Okay, and the velocity is drift velocity. So from this, what I can say, T is equal to L by D, if I consider only the magnitude, L by Vd, and the current flowing through this wire is nothing but what? Charge per unit time. So if I put this T, what I will get? QVd divided by L, and from this the value of this Q is equal to IL by Vd, means IL by drift velocity. So if I substitute here instead of this Q, what I will get? IL divided by Vd, and this, if I solve this cross product, we know that cross product is nothing but the magnitude of this, that is BVD. So this is the magnitude of this two vector and sine theta and unit vector. So this unit vector perpendicular to both magnetic field and drift velocity in the direction of magnetic force, vector Fm. So as we know that V and B are perpendicular to each other, therefore the theta between this is 90 degree, and sine of 90 degree is nothing but 1. Sine of 90 degree is 1, and this Vd and Vd going to be cancelled. So what we will get? IL sine of 90 degree in the direction of magnetic field, and that will leads vector Fm is equal to ILB n cap. This is magnetic force acting on the straight wire having length L. If magnetic field is not perpendicular to wire, then our expression vector Fm is equal to ILB n cap will become, if B is not perpendicular to wire, then this Fm will take form IL cross vector B, where L is a length vector directed along portion of wire L. Now we will check the force on current carrying wire of arbitrary shape. So for this, we will consider a extended wire of arbitrary shape. Like suppose this. Now when this current is flowing from this point to this, so I can say current is flowing in this direction. So I have to consider a infinitesimal small length, suppose this infinitesimal small length dl, which is acting in this direction. The magnetic force will be coming out of this paper, so again that will be like this. So it shows that magnetic fields of lines are coming out of this paper. Then the force experienced by this will be like this. The magnetic force due to this perpendicular magnetic field will be then given by, for this small area, dFm is equal to I vector dl vector b. So the total force will be given by total force. So here we have in differential form. So to find this total force on total length of wire, we will take integration of vector Fm and integration of this part, integration of dl cross vector b. So if the magnetic field will be uniform over whole wire, then this integration, after solving this integration, what we will get? Vector Fm is equal to I, and in bracket for this vector dl cross vector b. So this will be when the magnetic field, applied magnetic field, is uniform throughout that whole wire, and the solution of this will be given by this. Now we will check force on a closed circuit in magnetic field. So for this we have to consider a closed shape wire like this. Then after that we have to find what will be the magnetic field when the uniform magnetic field will be applied on this. So when we have closed circuit, then magnetic force will be given by vector Fm will be given by. So here we will consider for this small line infinitesimal length of that wire, and when we will solve it, so as this is a closed shape, so we can take line integral over closed shape. We will take this integral over closed circuit, so it is denoted by like this. So this is called as integral over closed circuit. So here I will write then I vector dl cross b. It will be exactly same, but now this time we have given this symbol to show this body is closed. Now if the magnetic field will be uniform, for magnetic field uniform, so if magnetic field will be uniform, then vector Fm will be given by I in square bracket dl plus vector b. So here C, which tells you the integral over closed circuit. So this bracket is sum of vector along closed circuit. So if I calculate this all, it must be equal to 0 because our magnetic field is uniform. That's why this will become 0. So you will be having magnetic force 0 when the circuit is closed and magnetic field is uniform.